This is Nizam Mahmood. Welcome to the class. Today we are going to discuss Windows built-in commands and utilities. As we know, the Windows operating system comes with a variety of built-in command shells and utilities that we can use from the command prompt or the PowerShell. Each of these shells is a software program that provides direct communication between the user and the operating system or the application, providing an environment to automate the IT operations. The command shell or the CMD was the first built into Windows operating system. Basically, it is designed to automate the routine tasks such as user account management, nightly backup with an automated script named batch files. We can perform operation more efficiently by using this automation script. In this video, I will cover most useful and beneficial Windows commands that are used in our day-to-day IT practice. So let's start. This is my Windows 10 machine. And from this machine on the search option, if I type CMD, the command prompt, and then I right click, run as administrator, a window will open. So this is basically the shell. This shell we can use to communicating with the operating system. So first of all, let's say my first command, host name. So if I type the host name, I want to know what is the name of my computer. Every computer must have a name. And what is that name? Just one command, host name. It will give me the name of my computer. In this case, it is redteam01. Secondly, that every computer or every electronic device must have an IP address to communicate with the internet, communicate with another computer. That means computer actually communicate each other by an IP address. So what is the IP address of my computer? To know that information, I type IPconfig /all. Very famous command, very useful command and beneficial command. So if I type this command, look here, it gives me not only the IP address, but also lots of other information that it is needed for me. The host name, redteam01, my DNS information, like I have a Roger internet service provider. Then if you go down, it will give me details like a wireless LAN adapter. So my laptop, this computer actually connected with the Wi-Fi connection, and it gives me the physical address, in other words, MAC address. I'm getting IP address from the DHCP server, and I have an IP version 4. So this is actually my IP address. So every computer must have this type of 4-digit number, 10.0.085 in my case. And I'm getting this IP address from a DHCP server. And also it gives me the DNS information. What is my current DNS? So as I have an internet service provider, this IP address actually comes from that device. So this is my local DNS at my home network. So this IPconfig IPconfig /all command is a very important command and very beneficial command. The third command I would like to write here, let's say I want to know my computer system, the details about my computer. So one line command, system info. If I type system info, you can see it give me the lots of information, same like a host name, redteam01, but also it give me now my operating system, what type of operating system I have in this machine, Microsoft Windows 10 professional version. And then if you go down, it also give you my processor, in other words, my CPU information, then BIOS information, the manufacturer, which manufacturer built this machine. In this case, you can say Lenovo. Lenovo is they are the manufacturer, right? They are the manufacturer of the system. And then if you go down, another important, total physical, how much memory I have in this system, total physical memory. So one command give me the details about my computer system. Similar like command call msinfo32, almost similar, but it will give you some graphical format. If I type msinfo32, it's the same thing. Windows 10 professional, my system name or host name, then manufacturer Lenovo, and then my processor. Look here, it will give me some more detail, like it is an Intel iCore 7, and I have this much, the 4-core 8 logical processor, etc. And then same, like a total physical memory is 32 gig. So these are the like a system info or MS info 32, whatever you like. But these are the important command that is good to know. The next command, the computer management. Windows comes with lots of built-in utilities that Microsoft built within the operating system. So one of the very famous and useful utilities called computer management. So how to open it? CPMGMT.msc. So if I know this command, the computer management will open for me. And again, it is a graphical format. So this graphical format opens something like that. So you see the computer management local, and under this utilities, we have lots of other individual utilities. So this is actually a combination of multiple utilities. That's why under this utilities, we can say system tools, task scheduler, event viewer, shared folder, local users and group, performance monitor, disk management information, etc. So let's go one by one. Task scheduler is a tools that we can automate something to run for us. So let's say I want to run something that I want operating system to execute that job for me or that task for me. This is the task scheduler. I'll show you a demo later on this class. Then event viewer, another nice utility that Windows actually collect all the logs, application log, security log, system log, like anything happen related to operating system or my hardware or my application. So this is the log information. If I open it, I can see lots of information, warning, or error. Sometimes it will give you the error. So if you open the error, it will give me the, okay, why this error happened, what time it happened. Each error has something called event ID. And then some information so that it helps us, like if I want to troubleshoot something, something happened to my computer, is not behaving well or it not performing well. So this is one of the area normally we comes and we check the information. So that means now you know that in every Windows operating system also collect the log, and there are 3 types of log: application log, security log, and system log. And this utility called event viewer. Same thing if you go to the shared and folders, how many file or folder I shared here, how many session is open, how many open files from my system. If I want to say, okay, is there any open files that viewed by other people? If you click this place, it will show in the right side how many is there any open files. Is there any shared folder on your system? You can see easily from here. Then local users and group. Here you can, under users, you see how many users you have here. Under group section, you can create, you can see how these are the built-in groups. Like one of the important groups called administrators. If you double click, and you see these are the member, administrator, Nizam. This is a 3 member with the member of this administrator group. So if you want to create it, let's say I want to create a new user. If you right click user, click new user, and just type the username. Let's say give an any name, user2, user02, and give a password. And that user can change the password next logon. If you click create, the user has been created. So you see user2 is created. Now if I want, I can add this user to some groups. Let's say I want to add this user to a built-in group here. Let's say under backup operators, click add, and then I type that user's name, user02. So it will now add it. That user will be added under this group. Here you go. So this way we can manage this thing. But remember, the way that I create a user and groups, you cannot do it if you have a home edition. You must have a Windows 10 professional or any professional version. home edition doesn't allow you to do this. Then performance, same thing. You want to monitor your computer performance. So as you can see, this is the CPU information, how busy your CPU is. In this window, you can easily monitor that information. There is a plus sign. You can add other hardware. Let's say you want to monitor your hardware, hard disk activities, your memory activities. You can easily those counters from here, and then click OK. Then it will start monitoring those type of activities as well. Then lastly, storage. Under storage, you can just disk management. So disk space manager, in this case, in my case, I have two drives, C drive and D drive. This is the capacity, 930 gigabyte C drive, D drive also almost same thing. How much utilize, how much free space, all those things. I can get in a one shot. I can see this information easily, correct? So this is all under computer management. So remember this utility's name, computer management. How to open it? CPMGMT.msc. This is just easy to memorize. Then now let's say other like individual utilities. Can I open disk management on my own, like with other than computer management? Yeah. So if you type disk MGMT, it should open for you mgmt.msc. Yeah. So if you type MSC, so it will open just disk management, as you can see. So I can open under computer management, or if I am interested just to see the disk management, I just have disk mgmt.msc. Similarly, I want to check event viewer, EVE and event VWR, event viewer. It will open the event viewer for us in a graphical format. Same thing as you explained earlier, application logs, security log and system. Right? Okay, so the next command we can say, look at perf1, same thing, perf m1 perf1. So performance monitor will open for us, and this is the performance monitor. This is the same thing, and again it is under the computer management utility as well, correct? So this is if you want to actually monitor more details about, let's say your computer becomes slow, you don't know what is the root cause about that slowness, you can easily either open performance monitor or open task manager, another called task manager, TASKMGR. It will open the task manager like this, and you can see the beauty of this thing. It will tell you the graphically how many applications running on my system. Look here, all the information running on my, application running on my system. And you see there are 4 hardware related columns here: CPU, memory, disk, and network. All are hardware, right? Computer hardware. So now in this case, okay, I say what utility or what application using my CPU. So you can see here, I'm using Zoom. So Zoom is right now almost using 20%. And how much memory to utilize, how much disk it utilize, all the information I'm getting from this utility. Let's say if I recently my computer got slow, and if I want to say, okay, Zoom is creating this problem, I right click, I can easily end task, and then Zoom will be terminated. So this is easy way to monitor this type of information. Similarly, there is another utility that DOS provided. This window can provide you like a task. I believe this command task list here. Task list, I guess. Yeah. So task list also similar type of process, but it will give you all the exe file. You see that all the exe running on my system. Every application in the behind the scene, it is an exe, right? And these exe files has a process. Every utility or every process that running on my system, it consumes something we call process ID. And what are those process ID? You can see here. And how much memory uses each of the process, it is also show you in the last column. If you want to kill it, excuse me, let's say if I want to kill something from here. So if I say task kill, the command is task kill, and then run that PID number, then that particular process will be killed from the system. So this is another nice command or utility that you can memorize. Okay, so now again, I think I close the window. So CMD, right click, run as administrator. It will open this window. Let's say this is a kind of a black in the background is black, or like a font color is white. If I want to change it, let's say this personal I like it, like a color FC. If I type color, look, my background become white and the foreground or the font become reddish type of color. So if I like to change my color, I can do it, or I right click here on the top of this window and then go to properties, go to the font. I can change the font. I can go to the color. You see that if you want to change the color, you can do it from here as well. Okay, so then let's say some other information that basically network related information. So we already know that like IPconfig/all give us the IP information about my system. So especially in the organization, let's say I have 1,000 computer, I'm a network administrator, or I am a part of the information technology team. I want to see that those computers is active or not. They are not in front of me. They are sitting down either in the cloud or maybe they are in the data center. So how I know that those computer is active or not? So to test this thing, very nice command called ping. Let's say if I type ping 10.0.0, let's say in my home network, I have another computer. And so I just type that IP address and just, if I get a reply message, that means it is giving me it sent a 4 packet, receive also 4 packet, loss 0. That means it say, hey, I send you 4 traffic, and that server 10.0.0.180 and also reply 4 times. So it is for sure that server is now active and live, right? I can easily communicate with that server. That's the same thing. If you say ping www.google.ca, if I type like this, look, Google server also replying me, and it's telling, yes, I can reach that particular network or that particular server. So ping command is another nice network related command. We take a health check, like a health status check. Are you alive? Are you communicating? Can I communicate with that server? So if I get a reply, that means it is active. If I do not get a reply, let's say I type another IP, I know this, I do not have this 10.0.0.182. So if that not active, or it is down, or it is shut down, or it is not even exist, look, I'm getting another message called destination host unreachable. So if it is unreachable, then definitely either it did not exist, or maybe it is shut down, or maybe there are something wrong with that server. It was fine in the morning, but now it is not reachable. So definitely something wrong. I can open a incident ticket, tell the data center guy, hey, can you go to that server, check what's wrong? Maybe he can manually reboot the machine, etc. So this is a very nice command to check the health status of that server. Okay, I can do the same thing. Like if you type path ping, and let's say 10.0.0.181. Oops, it doesn't work in here, path ping or ping path. I think it doesn't work in this version. Ping path 10.0.0.181. Okay, I think I typed the wrong thing. So let me type again. You see that 10.0.181. Let's see what happened. Here you go. So you make sure that when you type the correct spelling. Here you go. So you see the path ping, then 10.0.0.181. So now it giving me like to reach to that target, how many middle in the middle. So first it goes to my DNS server, and then after that it creating some statistics. Okay, from the source to target, how many server in the middle, or how many network device in the middle. So this is another nice information, like information gathering. The source to target, how many information in the middle. So you see right now it completed, and basically as it is my home network, he say, hey, I just go to the Rogers, Rogers is the internet service provider. So in your case, maybe whatever internet service provider, it goes to they have a DNS, right? So it goes to that system and then hit the target. In this target is 181. If I type CLS command, it will clean my screen. I have almost similar call called tressRT or tressroute, almost similar idea. If I type tressroute www.google, or let's say in this case we type facebook.com. So now you can see that what is this from my computer to the facebook.com, how many devices in the middle and who are those middle, what is their information. So you can see it complete the 9 hops. Okay. So first is go to my Rogers, from Rogers it goes to the internet, and in the middle there are almost this total 9 devices here, and finally he got the Facebook server. This is a Facebook server information. So ping, path ping, tressroute will give you the details that whatever the target machine is alive or not, or if it is alive, then what is the in the middle, how many devices and who are those, right? Very informative command. Then another command like say FTP. So FTP is another favorite command that let's say I want to send a file from my machine to another machine or from one organization to another organization. So basically it is a FTP client. Every Windows operating system has it built in. So if you go to your C drive and your Windows folder and system32, you'll see that FTP is built in here. If you just type FTP, you see that FTP client is like a kind of a client application running on our system. So if using this FTP, let's say I want to communicate to an FTP server. So if I want to do that, so let's say I have go to my temp file cd c:/. So I just go to a location where I know that I have some system. I mean, some file exists. So here, let me see. I have a folder. I thought I have a temp folder. Let me check. You say you do not have. Oh, you do not have. So what I'm gonna do? HR folder. So here, look here. I have some file under HR. So what I'm gonna do? I want to send this file. So cd c:/HR. Then I say okay, FTP to my FTP server. So let's say in my environment I have a FTP server 181. When I type this information, he say, hey, provide the username. So I put my username, my password, and look, I'm connected successfully. So I want to upload this file. So let's say I can say put start.txt to where? To my, like a target, whatever the target FTP server. So put means upload. And if I say get, that means download. So I'm uploading whatever my under HR folder to my FTP server. And you see the file is completed. So if I have an FTP server, just for demo purpose, I just show this is my actually FTP server. And if I say ls command, and you see that 2 files actually come here. Look, this f1.txt come from that system. Okay. So this is actually a nice utility FTP that to transfer file from one organization to another organization or from one computer to another computer. Okay. Another network related command is so if I type by, I will come out from the FTP. Another network related command also mostly used, that is called netstat. So if I type netstat and then let's say just type /?, there every command has actually a lot of switches or parameters. So you do not need to memorize, you just like, let's say netstat has how many switches or parameters and who are those. You just type space /?, it will give you all the kind of a manual. You see -a means display all connection and listening ports. Then -o means display owning process ID associated with each connection. So -n display address and port number with numerical form. So this way, if I say okay, and it is start -a, it will give me all the listening put to the system. What, like every system, let's say here, my computer make connection, and if my computer makes some connection, who are those connection? What is their association listening? Look here, which are listening, which are established connection, what the port number, what the process number. This is actually port number, right? So my computer making connection with this. This is my local. This is the foreign computer, like something. Probably it is like a Zoom computer, because right now I'm connected there. And look here, it is established. The connection is established and the port number is 443, right? So this way I can say, okay, how many connection I have, my computer established with another network or another computer. So very nice command, netstart. So far, we cover actually a lot of commands already. So let's say how many, what else? So I think the next command we can say PowerCFG. So PowerCFG, like every especially laptop. If you have a laptop, you manage your power, battery, and everything. So if you say power / energy, ENERGY, so this will generate a some kind of report about your battery. PowerCFG, another nice command. So now it will create some time, and as it is a report, it will take some time to generate this report. So by this time, you can easily minimize it or leave it like this, or you can open another command prompt, as many as you want. So you can open another command prompt and then you can continue your work. Okay. Yeah. So this command. So let's say now my favorite command is called xcopy command. I believe from my last 25 years I work in IT, and I believe, to be honest, this is the most used command I see that IT world is using, mostly to back up my task, back up any kind of backup related work, copy. Let's say I want to copy hundreds file from 100 different computer to my target computer, to my backup computer. This command is very useful and widely used, xcopy. So again, if you type xcopy /?, it will give you all the details about that backup. So let's say here, -s copies directories and subdirectory except the empty ones, /y here, suppress prompting to confirm you want to override an existing destination file like this. So for demo purpose, let's say I just create some folder. So I go to cd/ from clean my screen. Let's say I create a few folder, mkdir, or just type md command. Let's say my folder, one folder, project one, and then let's say project 2. So I create two folders. One is called project 1 and another is called project 2. Oh, it's a project 1 already exists. So let's say project 3, right? Project 1, I think I created before. So project 2 created. If I say, okay, project 3, and now if I type dir, you see that I have project 1, project 2, project 3, right? 3 folders here. Now, I want to create a file under those projects. Let's under cd project 1, I want to create a folder. And some file. So if I go to cd project 1, type dir, I want to see what is inside that file. I can see, yeah, they have ip.txt, system info.txt. There are some files, something like this under project 1. So now let's say if I go to cd ... I can go back again to the project 1. So let's say as project 1 already have something. So I want to show you, let's say go to project 2 folder. So project 2, type dir. You see project 2 is almost empty. There is nothing here. So let's say create a file. So to create a file from the command prompt or from the shell, there is a nice command called echo. Let's say I can echo hello. Just type some language, hello world. So if I type echo hello world, it will show you echo exactly what I type. It shows me here like this, right? So if I say, okay, I want to redirect. So this is the redirect sign. And then I can say, I give a name called hello.txt. So under project 2 folder, I create a file called hello.txt. Or I can say, let's say I type IPconfig /all. Let's say this is my command, right? So now I want to create a file with this output. So I say, okay, redirect, I say ip.txt. So now I create a file called ip.txt, but it is the output of the IPconfig /all command. So similarly, let's say I want to create the last time we did learn system info, right? So system info gives us all the information related to the system. Now, I do not want all the information. Let's say it is a big information here, but I do not want. I want to customize it. So to do this thing, let's say I want only host name information here, system info, right? So I want to know the host name. I do not want everything. I wanted the host name. I want, let's say, operating system name. I want, let's say, BIOS information, or maybe total physical memory, etc. Right? So if you look at very carefully, look here, host name, host H is capital and N is capital, and there is a colon after that, right? So now to collect this information, let's say if it is sysinfo, then I use pipe. This is a pipe command, and then find what? Find host name. So I have to make sure the way the H is capital and N also capital, and there is a colon. So if I type this information, it is write a query. That means from that system, the find command goes there and say, hey, okay, I pick up only the host name information. So system info is one command and find also another command. But in the middle, there is a pipe. So it means the output of the first command will be the input of the second command. So that is the very widely using called piping or filtering. I do not want all the information. I want to filter something, right? So it is a kind of a database type of query, right? I have 10,000 information, but I say, hey, I do not want all of them. I want whatever I want. So go there, find, and whatever the parameter I want, it will. So if I want to redirect this output, let's say if I type redirect, file name is called, let's say, my sysinfo.txt. So now it will create a file called my sysinfo. And then if I type similarly, let's say I want to know OS name, OS info, it will append. Look, I use two append sign here to redirect sign. So it will append, it will not override. So it's still on the same file name. So before it keep the host name information, now it will keep the OS name information. And then if I now type total physical memory, total PHY physical memory. Make sure we are spelling correctly. Memory. So if I type this thing, it will now create a file called my system where it is under project 2. So if you want to see it graphically, go to C drive and let's say project 2, you see that now my system info. And if you open it, look my host name, my operating system, the OS name, and then my how much memory I have. So this way, we just learn how to make it programmatic, right? So this has become kind of a program. So now, the benefit of learning this individual program, let's say this type of scenario. I work in a company and they have, let's say, 100 machine. And every day I have to type this type of command manually from the command prompt. It is a type, right? It's not like a left click or right click. There is no mouse here. We have to type the command. So I say, hey, every day I have to maybe spend 3-4 hours to typing all those commands. This is my day-to-day activities. So can I automate it? So instead of typing every time, can I put everything to a file and automate it? So automation instead of manual, right? Are we familiar about automation? Of course, in our day-to-day life, you see left and right, everything, we are surrounded by automation process, right? We have a dishwashing machine, we have a, different kind of, our cloth washing machine, right? So instead of manually clean the dish, I put everything on the machine, press the button, it clean my all the dishes, right? If I want to do it again, do the stuff, press the button, it is called automation. So similarly here, I want to automate it. Instead of typing same thing manually again and again, I want to automate it. So how to do that? Step one, I have to open an editor. Let's say Windows has a notepad, very built-in editor called Notepad. So I type all my command here. All the command that I have, I type it one by one, whatever I want to automate. So let's say as an example, if I say system info, then pipe, let's say I want to say pipe system info, then whatever the output, let's say pipe find, and I type host name, colon, then redirect to where? So let's say t/sled project. Then this time I'll be using project 3 folder, right? I want to take project 3, and it is better to put a semicolon, like a double quotation. Actually, you can leave it for now. So under, let's say, project 3, and my file name is sysin, right, .txt. So I can easily redirect like this, and then copy this file, and then paste it here, right? So let's say this is I'm collecting a system info. Then I want to copy some file. So remember, we learned xcopy command. Xcopy, let's say, to my source. So my source equal to C:/, let's say, project 1, right? I want the project 1, then start. This is my source. Where is my destination? Do I have a destination here? Let me check. Maybe we can create a folder called backup, right? So I can do it here, or I can do it from the command prompt. So let's do it command prompt. So from my C drive, I say MD, let's say my destination folder called backup. I want to backup here. So now I can say, okay, to my backup will be C:/backup, and then /y. That means if some file is already in my backup folder, he said, do we want to override? I say yes. And also copy any empty files as files or folder. So this is source. So this is the source. This is the destination, C:/backup, right? So if I copy this thing, I say, okay, I have multiple folders, as you can see there. So I say, okay, copy everything from project 1, copy from everything from project 3. So this way, let's say in my at the work, I have to back up hundreds of this folder. Source is hundreds, but destination, let's say, this backup, I want to do it. So now the smart thing, instead of typing manually, I copy everything like this, right? So this is a kind of an automation script. I file. So I type all the command. You see, this is a notepad, but I'm not typing anything language. I type all the command. These are all commands, as you can see. And file, save as. Then I give a file name. Let's say my file name equal to automation, right? Automation.bat. So as it is a batch file, it is mandatory that I have to put .bat extension. Otherwise, computer will not understand it is an executable file. I can execute this file. So automation.bat, and save as type. Here I have to click all files. So automation.bat, my file name, it will be all files. It is very important. If you do not change it, because it is a notepad file, at the end it will add .txt at the end. So it will not become a batch file anymore. So if I type .bat, then save as type, click all files, and where you want to save. So you would, let's say, choose a location. So let's say in my D drive, I create a new folder here called script. Let's say I want to save all my script here, and then also my file name. So my location is my D script folder, and file name is automation.bell, all files. You can save it wherever you want to, right? In my this demo, I just save under D drive, under the script folder. Okay, save it. So now I save my file to that location. So I want to run it. I want to see that, okay, you see that first it will create the project 3, and then, under project 3, it will run these 3 commands, system info find. Then whatever the output, this output will send this to sysinfo txt file. And then there is a backup command. It will copy everything from project 1, then project 2, and then project 3. Okay, so let's minimize it. And let's go to my D drive. So if I just D here, it will go. And then CD script folder, dir, you see the automation.bat. So I just type automation.bat, my file name. If I write the automation.bat, press enter, you see that it will execute one by one. Whatever the command inside that file, it will execute one by one for us. And here you go. So it execute the first line, second line, third line, backup, one backup, second backup, and the third backup. So if I put, let's say in real world, it will be a lot, right? Let's say hundreds, this type of thing. All will execute one by one, automation.bat file. So let's say if I go to Monday morning, I just say, okay, run automation.bat. Tuesday morning, again, automation.bat. So I do not need to type it again and again. This is the beauty of automation, right? So to just validate, did it really automate backup? So if I go to the backup folder, here you go. You see all the files has been copied to my this type of information, right? So this is the very nice command that we just learned what is the way to automate. So automation means batch file from the shell, command shell, right? How to create a batch file? Open Notepad, type the command, save it as .bat extension, and then from the command prompt just run it. Can I do it more automation here? Let's say now you say, hey, still I have to type automation.bat or my script name. Can computer execute on behalf of me? Yes. So computer actually has a task scheduler command or a scheduler task actually. So if you type sch and then task, this is also another command. You can schedule a task. I think, yeah, I didn't. So these are the task scheduler job is running in my system. How many job or how many tasks I have created, it shows you. On the search option, if you type it graphically, just type task. And so you say task scheduler, it is open for you. And when it is open, look in the right side, that create a basic task. I can create a basic task. Let's say I give a name called my backup or daily backup. Right? You can give a job description called daily. Just some meaningful description so that everybody understands what the meaning of this job. Click OK, right? So when I said click OK, let me get, I think instead of this option, you have to now go to trigger option, action option, you have to do that. But I think if you go other option, create a basic task. I think this is easy for us, okay? Create a basic job, a daily task. The second option is actually for the advanced user. So here I have. So there are two things, create a basic task plus create task. So if we choose the first option, it will give you the wizard, something like that. So when do you want to run the task? I said daily, weekly, monthly. I said, let's say in this case, I said daily. Next, I want to run my job, let's say every day at 8:35 p.m. As an example, I want to run my job at 8:35 p.m. every day. So he said, when action do you want to task to perform? I said, start a program. Now he said, what is the name of your program? Program/script. I click browse. Remember, my script is under D drive, right? So I go to this PC, I go to D drive, script folder, and my script name is called automation.bat. Click next, and next, finish. So now job is ready here. Look, my daily task. It say, okay, it has been created this time. Now if you, let me just clean my backup folder. So we are expecting this job will launch automatically. The operating system or Windows automatically execute this job exactly every day at 8:35 p.m. If you want to set up, let's say 5 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. That's why I mentioned in the beginning of this lecture that this is the one of the most used case to use the shell command to automate the script. So thousands of hundreds of jobs we can run, especially off business hours. So let's say a bank, let's say it is a bank, all the transactions that they happen in the morning, in the whole daytime, they want to back up this type of thing at night time. So this type of job automatically, the developers or the IT folks, they create and they automate it and they execute it on their own. So this is a nice utility. Here you go. So look here. It is started that job. Look, 8:35 already. Look, it is started running that script, and so here you go. Right, it completed automatically. So that's the beauty. So I hope, in summary, what we just discussed today. Look here, we talk about the command prompt CMD, then a system name, host name, computer IP address, IPconfig / all. Then system info or MS info 32, computer management, CPMGMT.msc, system.cpl, event viewer registry, performance monitor, task manager, device management, disk management. If I want to see the get MAC and get MAC address, right? Discovery, I think this is I didn't run, driver query if you want to run how many drivers installed on your machine, etc. Registry, I think I didn't show you guys registry, so let me go back. So if I type regedit, it will open the registry. Every computer has a database where it keeps all the computer information, hardware information, operating system information, everything is in this database. So unless you are very familiar and you are expert, I don't recommend to change anything from registry, but normally an expert user all the time, they come here, they can change the parameters here, whatever it is needed. Let's say under system, current control set, right? We can say the services or controls, like a lot of things, information I can change it. If I know, let's say LSA, I can change a lot of registry parameters here, especially we use from this security point of view. Let's say I want to harden my server. Something is enabled, I want to disable it. So this is the place normally security folks provide the information. So when I, let's say here it is 0 now or 1, they want to make it 0. Let's say no LM hash, right, as an example. So if I want to change the parameter, double click, they say, okay, make it change the value from 1 to 0, we change the value from 1 to 0, right? So these are all very informative command prompt. I hope you enjoyed the class. And again, it is my video 1 for this covering this command shell. There are lots more command is available under command shell. So I'm going to create another video. Till then, thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.